This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
Hello, I'm Danielle Lerner with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. In our COVID-19 coverage, ASU researchers are calling it a variant of interest. A new COVID-19 variant could be emerging right here in Arizona. Here's what we know about it so far. ASU's Biodesign Institute is calling it E484K. A recent study suggests cases are already in Arizona and moving into New Mexico and Texas. Researchers also say vaccines could potentially be less effective with this particular strain. Now, this news comes as other coronavirus variants have started making their way into the Grand Canyon state. Just today, the UK variant, also known as B117, was found on the Navajo Nation. That same variant also found on the University of Arizona campus last week. And then last Friday, the first cases of the South African variant were detected in Arizona. Now, based on CDC research, so far they believe the COVID-19 vaccines are effective against at least some of these variants. Of course, that news only escalating our race to vaccinate. State health officials say more than 3.3 million doses have now been administered in Arizona. Here's a breakdown of vaccines, including the number of people fully vaccinated in our state. Now to housing crisis concerns. Arizona renters behind on payments, still fearing the worst despite the recent extension of the federal eviction moratorium to June 30th. A new Zillow survey of renters behind on payments showed 20% say they're very likely to be evicted once the moratorium ends. Nearly half say they're somewhat likely. Chris Glynn is a senior managing economist at Zillow, and he was speaking to our news partners at KTAR saying this is going to take compromise.
Going forward, it's going to take cooperation from renters and landlords and policymakers and financial institutions to really prevent an eviction crisis.
In Arizona, 197,000 people are currently behind on rent. Glynn says there's still time for policymakers, landlords, and renters to work together to keep an eviction crisis from becoming a homelessness crisis. Well, NFL fans getting an extra week of football starting this season. 17 games will be played. We're told that 17th game will focus on teams from opposing conferences that ended their season in the same spot in their division the previous year. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell says all 32 teams will play at least one international game within the next decade. He also says the league is expected to have full stadiums this season. And speaking of fans, the D-backs now offering up more tickets for their home games. The team says capacity at Chase Field will expand to 20,000 fans per game, starting with their home opener on April 9th. Tickets go on sale Friday morning at 9. It was just last week we told you about the changes the D-backs are making to keep everyone safe. So that includes mobile food ordering, cashless and touchless concessions, and more sanitation measures all around the ballpark. A teacher in southern Arizona receiving honors for his hard work. Luis Saenz teaches 4th grade in Sahuarita, Arizona, and that 4th grade teacher was recently surprised by Chicanos por la Causa, one of 4 teachers to win the 2021 Esperanza Latino Teacher Award.
Oh, that's great. I mean, when you teach, you try to do your best. I mean, a lot of teachers don't get recognized, so getting recognized, that's amazing. And then the school gets money too. That's even better.
Students say he not only encourages and helps them do their best, but during the pandemic, he actually created trainings on how to use the school's online platform, something parents and fellow teachers say was a huge help. Gilbert Fire and Rescue adding to their ranks. They're welcoming 8 recruits to the first fire academy held at the town's new training facility. They'll take part in a 16-week program before graduating as full-time firefighters in July. This is the first time in Gilbert's history the town can train their own recruits without relying on neighboring departments to use their facilities. This after they opened an $85 million facility back in February.
Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens, and another sunny day here in the valley tomorrow. There's a look at your valley planner. Temperatures back in the mid to upper 80s and more of those breezes at times throughout the day. Winds for us at 10 to 15 miles per hour, and of course a little bit stronger even to start the day out to the northwest tomorrow morning. There's a look at the forecast as we head into the middle of the morning and into the afternoon. That's when things get a little breezy. Looks like those winds will be lighter again as we approach sunset tomorrow, but we have more afternoon breezes on tap through the middle of this week. So we'll see those winds pick up again across central and southern Arizona on Thursday, too. High pressure building in by the end of the week and bringing a big time warm up. Our first 90s of the year with Phoenix at 94 by Thursday. And we will stay in the 90s heading into Easter weekend. Friday at 93, Saturday in record territory with a high of 96 and 96 again on Easter Sunday. Then temperatures start to drop early next week.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, head to abc15.com or download our free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.